'Cause every time you tell me I look good and that I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now
So, welcome to my new studio.
stop lying.
To be honest with you, if you had told me to move into a dedicated studio 1 year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. It's ironic that I started designing wallpapers for mobile and desktop devices just for pleasure 2 years ago. And today I'm a full-time content creator. I'm really glad to be able to do something I love every day, and I think this should be the aim of everyone. Anyway, this is a studio tour, so let's dive into it. Since the studio basically has 3 rooms, I decided to use the first one mainly for B-roll shootings. So for those who have been following me for a while, you should recognize this angle. Yeah, in fact, before moving here, I did everything simply in my bedroom, which I turned into a mini set for shootings. If you're interested, there's a dedicated video on the channel. Anyway, this is a place where I can use lighting in a more controlled way, which is essential for me, especially for some personal client works. The other half of this room is dedicated to brainstorming ideas. I bought this whiteboard from Amazon a few weeks ago, which is so helpful for me because before starting proper work, I usually put on some chill music on my iPhone and have a session of 20-30 minutes just to write down all my ideas and plan for the day. Nothing essential actually, but I'm really enjoying this routine at the moment, so I will stick with it for some time. Moving on, as soon as I enter the studio, there's the living room, or yeah, sort of. Since I've invested everything into the main area over these weeks that I will show you soon, this room is already under construction. Anyway, I have already completed the project and I only have to buy and install everything in the next few months. If you're curious about my research and design process, I made a reel on my Instagram last week where I explain all the tech stuff and tools I use to build pretty much everything. My goal here is to create an aesthetic, cozy space for both chilling and making some videos too. Here are some of the references and pictures I found on the internet to get an idea of the project. The aim is to add many plants here and there and use the whole space as much as I can. But now it's time for the main desk area. This is the room where I make videos, play, eat and edit. At the moment I spend most of the time here because I'm able to do everything. Most of the items you see are from IKEA and I link everything in the description. Something I really wanted is this central furniture that I don't know how to pronounce, Haverud or yeah, something like that I think. Anyway, I really love it because it divides the room in 2 parts and I'm able to freely move where I want. Since I like to change settings, sometimes I put the MacBook here and just do random stuff from there. I find it really helpful, especially for my creative process. Also, I love the fact that you can put items on and around it, which is really convenient. I paired it with First Tools in order to also have a place to chat with friends or studio guests. I also use it as a table to eat, so it's really versatile for different activities. Since the floor of the studio is a bit old, I decided to use carpets to hide it. In this room, there's a really big light grey carpet which perfectly matches the desk chair, also from IKEA. But the main area, of course, is my desk setup. In the next few weeks, I will make a dedicated video explaining everything. If you follow me, you know I've tried several desk setups from different colors to multiple screens, so I brought some items from my previous ones. Anyway, my goal was to have a large desk with a lot of space and not too many items on it. All in the center have I put all the items I need, while I would like to keep the sides of the desk as clean as possible. The legs of the desk are 2 Alex furniture pieces, so they offer extra space for storage too. I use a small transparent plastic organizer to keep items neat and organized. On the wall I installed these really cheap Moss Landa shelves, and on top there are many plants which give a green and cozy vibe to the workspace. But the most important thing in my studio is not the furniture but the lighting. Bad lighting can ruin the mood, so that's why I've never used ambient lights. Instead, I prefer using small lights here and there because I have just more control over them, especially through the Alexa application. One of my favorite lights is this one I put in the center of the workspace that lights up the wall, which would be difficult to light in other ways. These are wireless compact lights from KUXIU, a brand I've been working with for a while. What I love is that they are completely wireless thanks to the built-in batteries, so you can actually place them wherever you want. My favorite is the bigger one because you can also create some special light effects by moving it and then bringing it back to the original position thanks to the magnet on the top. They are also really not expensive, so you can find them in the first link in the description. Because I have to record videos here, I installed a softbox on the wall and I'm thinking of installing another one on the opposite wall. Then there's an IKEA Fado beside this big plant, which I have hacked with a DIY solution in order to pair these two pots. All the small lights have a warm temperature of about 2700 Kelvin, while the soft boxes have a cool temperature of 5600 to create this warm-cold contrast. And speaking of smart features, my entire studio is fully smart enabled. I can control everything directly with the Alexa voice assistant or through the app on my smartphone. From adjusting lighting to playing music, managing my schedule or even ordering supplies, everything is seamlessly integrated into my smart studio setup. So this was my new studio tour. A lot of work is expected and I'm really happy to share it with you in order to see all the upgrades over time and to hear any possible suggestions from you. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, wishing you the best. See you soon.